grab the
Okay, let's pause right here. 2 hatchets. That's not your everyday argument accessory. This is already escalating into a deadly weapon situation. And remember, in Texas, a deadly weapon finding doesn't just mean knives or guns. Anything used in a way that can cause serious harm qualifies. Yeah, even tomahawks.
2 hatchets and was swinging them around, approaching victim, coming within 5 feet of victim. Victim stated that suspect said, "I'm going to cut this bee," and noticed witness standing behind her. Have parties announced, please.
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Bob Romack for Glenn White.
And are you Mr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on May 27th. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. This is to run concurrent with 2025 CC 005111, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, ma'am.
Any objections?
Okay, let's pause right here. 2 hatchets. That's not your everyday argument accessory. This is already escalating into a deadly weapon situation. And remember, in Texas, a deadly weapon finding doesn't just mean knives or guns. Anything used in a way that can cause serious harm qualifies. Yeah, even tomahawks.
State?
I'm from the state.
No
Defense?
objection.
All right. Any witnesses from either side?
No.
Any witnesses?
None from the state.
All right, then, state. Let me see, I believe you may be opposed. Just one moment.
I was silent, Your Honor.
All right, you're solid. All right, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, I'll hear your argument.
Judge, Mr. White's had some issues in the past. He said it's different this time. He spent time in jail. It's helped him develop a new outlook. He told me he's going to follow your instructions. If you give him probation, he'll never be back here again. We like the recommendations, the probation, the outpatient treatment, weekly drug testing. He's had a drug problem. He needs to address that.
Mhm.
Also, the 180-day jail sanction is a good idea. We're in agreement with all that.
All right, so, Mr. White, is there anything you want to say?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
My name is Lorenzo White.
All right, what did you want to say?
I was saying I made a mistake in my life when I lost control.
All right, so here's the thing. Are these
That's the million-dollar question. Judges love to draw this line. Was it a slip-up, or was it a deliberate choice? Because here's the thing. Claiming mistake, when you're holding 2 tomahawks 5 feet away from someone, that's a tough sell.
mistakes or are these choices?
No, it was really a mistake.
Why do you say it's a mistake?
Because I don't know, I just lost it at that moment.
Well, no,
I got really angry and stuff.
no, here's the thing. You picked up a hatchet, right?
It was tomahawk.
Okay, you picked up 2 tomahawks. Did you think it was something else? Or did you know it was a tomahawk?
No, it was tomahawks. I just grabbed them and I wasn't thinking.
All right, so you grab 2 tomahawks. And according to this, it's with this Monique Gant,
Yes.
someone that you've used drugs with. I don't know why you all are still together because I've read the PSI report and you have 2 children, younger children. You don't even know where they are because you were using drugs, she was using drugs. You didn't get your life together with CPS and your rights ended up being terminated and you're still with this person. So according to this, it says, because I want you to tell me where the mistake is. Victim stated that suspect, that's you, arrived at the location to charge his car battery. Suspect saw victim's car and went inside the house to take groceries that the victim bought. Suspect put 2 hatchets on victim's car. Suspect then grabbed a pole that was on the ground and tore through victim's taped up window and attempted to grab things from her vehicle. Suspect then grabbed the 2 hatchets and was swinging them around, approaching victim, coming within 5 feet of victim. Victim stated that suspect said, "I'm going to cut this bee," and noticed witness standing behind her. Victim stated that suspect walked to the neighbor's house and dropped off the 2 hatchets at the neighbor's house.
That is not true. I went to my mom's house. That was my mom's house.
So why would you try to take groceries from the vehicle?
I didn't take no groceries from the vehicle.
Well, I mean, she said you cut through her window. I'm assuming the window was...
No, I picked up the little pipe thing, and it had plaster on the window, and I tore it open.
Why?
I was intoxicated too, Charles.
All right. Here's the thing, Mr. White. I don't know if you'll...
Buckle up, folks. This is where the judge pulls out the receipts. Every prior conviction, every probation revoked, every assault. It's like watching a rap sheet greatest hits. But the problem is, this playlist has been on repeat for decades. Here's the tragic irony. At 62, most people are thinking about retirement plans, grandkids, maybe fishing trips. But for Glenn White, the conversation is about whether prison or probation is even viable after a lifetime of convictions. The clock isn't just ticking on his freedom, it's ticking on his time left outside it all.
62 years old.
All right. So I don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Can I say something?
Sure.
See, I've changed my life. My mom got sick now. I'm old too. And I don't know if I had that much time left in my life. I really want to see my mom. She's in her 80s. If I go away, she will pass away. That's all I have in my life is my mom.
All right. So here's my question for you. And I'm not trying to be cruel, but you knew about your mom. Why would you do this, knowing about your mom?
Well, my mom just got sick recently since I've been locked up.
Mm-hmm.
This year started since I got locked up. She's been in the hospital in and out about 4 or 5 times. They had a minor heart attack.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be like this.
Well, I mean, these are things we need to consider, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, affirmative finding of family violence. The court will sentence you to...
And there it is, 5 years in prison. Notice the judge added an affirmative finding of family violence. That label follows him for life. It means he can never legally own a gun, and it will pop up every time parole, probation, or future courts look at his record. It's like a permanent scarlet letter in the legal system.
5 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. This is to run concurrent with 2025 CC 005111. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with Monique Gant, G-A-N-T, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and also a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, Mr. White. Your history doesn't look good, right? And sometimes I look at that, right? And I have to look at that because I have to consider everything. And so I'm looking at your history, and your offense is escalated. And then you have different issues where you are placed on probation, your probation gets revoked. You're given parole, you don't do well on parole. And I will tell you, I've done parole hearings before, and parole is so much easier than probation is. Because parole is sort of, in a way, it's sort of like college. And this is the best way I can explain it. When you're in public school and you're not in college yet, everybody is telling you everything to do. This is your class for today. That's what probation does. When you get on parole, what they do is they don't tell you, you need to do this, this, and this. They just give you a sheet of paper. You have your freedom. And on parole, if you report, call them whenever they want you to call and do a drug test and get employment, they're happy, they're satisfied. So for you to have the parole issues that you've had, that tells me a lot. But I'm recommending the therapeutic community for you. The therapeutic community will help you when your parole time comes up, because they're going to see that you are actually doing something to try to help you with your drug addiction. Because when people are looking at whether or not to place you on parole, and I've done parole packets for my clients in the past too, they want to know if they place you on parole, is this a person who's not going to commit any more offenses? So you need to be working on a plan. Like, I'm going to be doing sober support meetings. This is where I'm going to be doing them. This is where I'm going to be living. I'm going to be stable. This is how I'm showing you that I'm going to be stable. That's what you'll need to do for them. Okay. All right. Good.